Hello, today I am doing a Axis and Allies Anniversary Edition 1942 setup strategy video for Japan. First to buy would be spend 5 IPCs on a research token, a tank, cruiser, and transport, and you would have no money left, so that evens out. And then so you'd roll for the research, buy the stuff, then you would move on to the attack, which I would suggest first loading up 2 infantry and a tank on this transport, then moving that over to Sea Zone 61 and unloading the tank. This one will move later also to the Philippine Islands and unload the 2 infantry, which will then next turn pick up 1 more infantry, so 3 down to the East Indies. I'll explain why later, but then you also want to bring in 2 of these and the airplane, the fighter from Manchuria here, and then you want to land it back in Manchuria to defend against the commies. And then for naval combat, you'll want to move your battleship and aircraft carrier with both fighters from Sea Zone 38 to over to Sea Zone 35 along with the battleship, and then move the fighter from Formosa in French Indochina. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4. It will land on the aircraft carrier, but these have no movements, so it'll just move back to East Indies to shore up that, and the one from French Indochina will just come back. So that mess will fight, and you'll probably win, destroying the British Indian fleet, and also bringing the sub 1, 2 over here. And then you will want to, for another attack that you could do, you don't exactly have to do it. This one really depends. You can move destroyer, aircraft carrier, and maybe this cruiser. Maybe, depending on whether you want your transport afterwards to have protection from any fighters, like the Chinese fighter. But it could reach it, but it probably won't. And then you can also bring this bomber down instead of bombing America, which 1, 2, 3, which you couldn't do. You can go 1, 2, 3, and then go back afterwards to join in this fight. This one is a close one. That's why you might want to bring in this cruiser. Otherwise, you wouldn't really want to leave any transports unprotected. But actually, instead of landing this one in Manchuria, you can land in Formosa. And then you can move this one, non-combat here, non-combat here, offload. And then, of course, all the non-combat with fighters, moving it back here, and moving them around here, and then back onto the train, back onto here afterwards. But, then next turn, you'll definitely want to bring these down here and start a factory here. I do not suggest building a factory here first turn, or mostly at all, because you should have a transport here at all times and need some navy to guard it. If your transports are having a hard time just being here, that's a problem. Yeah, there's not really much non-combat to do this first turn. other than just moving fighters back. Now you can just not do this attack and move these 1, 2 up to mainland Japan. But I like to get rid of the Hawaiian fleet to just try and stop them from attacking any of your fleets, because you probably won't be able to attack the American fleet if they consolidate, which they probably should. So this will be your attack here. Then you would just place your build on. We would roll for a researcher. If the research fails, you just put it here. If it succeeds, you'll probably want to get it from Breakthrough Chart 2. This is the one with super subs and improved shipyards, which are really useful since you're a naval power. Also, you would put your 2, since this is your only industrial complex, you'd put your 2 Navy units here and your tank here. This is a very heavy naval combat because you will want to do that to destroy as much Navy before the Allies can build up, especially America. And the overarching strategy is to bring units down here and build an industrial complex to try and go through India, maybe even Africa, to just try and get enough IPCs and help destroy the British for the Germans, and just have your Navy harassing the American Navy. Maybe take Midway, maybe. Just defensive up here. Not too much here, but you don't want to fully neglect it, kind of just push them to the side. You don't really have to exterminate them all. And then maybe take Australia here. But that's the overarching idea. Get enough IPCs in the south. Don't lose these islands for whatever cost. And then once you have enough IPCs from the British, then you can try and build up a navy to fight with the Americans, because you will probably end up fighting them. And if you ever see yourself in a pickle where the Americans are going to attack you, get something on the sub and bring it up to Alaska. That's kind of just get out of American attack free card. But yeah, that's turn 1 and an overarching idea for Axis Allies Anniversary Edition 1942 setup. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye!